Yo, what up? We back at y'all once again. It's your boy on Slow Tree. This is 16 Barz. Oh, Bugs, what's good?
Another day, another dollar.
You ready for this one?
Yeah, we heading out to Brooklyn.
Let's
East
go.
New York, Brownsville.
Side of Guards in the building. What's good, Si?
Pow.
Yo, we back at you with another episode. This is episode 16, yo. We moving right along. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, leave us a comment down below. Hit up our Instagram page. Hit up our Twitter page. Let us know what y'all think.
Let's start it off right.
Inbox.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Now again, if you're new to the channel, every week when we do an episode, we rate the episode. We all give it our ratings, and if that episode is rated high enough, it'll make it onto the top 5 Fight Club. If the album is rated high enough, it goes on the Fight Club. And this is episode 16. So far, the 5 illest albums so far. Number 5 is Hell on Earth, Mobb Deep. Number 4, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, DMX. Number 3, that boy Nas, Queensbridge, It Was Written.
Yes,
Number
sir.
2, old favorite album, The Great Adventures of Slick Rick. And number 1, holding down the number 1 spot so far.
Calabasas Kanye.
That boy Kanye, College Dropout, man. So this week, we're going to see if this episode going to make it on to the Fight Club, and we just going to talk about it. All right, so no physical album this week. Si, what are you working with?
Today we're going to Brooklyn, as we said.
Mm-hmm.
Black Moon, Enta da Stage.
Hang up! Yo, so Smif-N-Wessun, my boy. So this is Black Moon. This is Enta da Stage. Album was released on October 19th, 1993. Studio. D&D Studios! D&D Studios, New York City, yo.
Wait, that's almost what, 93, 2003?
92, 93.
92, 93.
92, 93. So,
13, that's more than 20 years ago.
You're right, yeah.
That's an old album.
Yep. We digging in the crates this week, boy. So, length of the album. Si, what you going with this week?
Length of the album, I'm going to say 51 minutes.
51 minutes. Oh, what you going with?
I'm going to say, how many tracks?
14 tracks.
I'm going to say 53.
53 minutes.
Yeah,
Album length. 56 minutes and 54 seconds. Yo, so O takes it again, man. Yo, the label was Nervous Records.
Nervous Records?
Yeah, I ain't even heard about them no more.
I heard of them at all.
Producers on the album, you had The Beat Miners and Buckshot did some producing on the album too.
Evil Dee's part
Evil
of the
Genius. Well, he's part. Right. So we're gonna move right into it, man. We're gonna move into track number 1, which is called Powerful Impact.
Boom, from the cannon.
And before we even start the track, that track does have a sample off of that.
Busta Rhymes.
Off of Busta
Well, it's not
Rhymes,
Busta Rhymes song. That's Leaders of the New School song.
Oh, yeah, Leaders of the New School.
featuring Busta Rhymes.
Wait.
So when you listen to the track,
Isn't Busta Rhymes?
He was part of the group, right?
Right,
Leaders of the New School.
But it wasn't
It's
Busta
not
Rhymes'
featured.
track.
Right,
It was
Leaders
their-
of the New School,
Right.
right. Power, boom.
When you hear the album, check out the sample on that, man. So sorry, give him a
Honestly,
piece
they
of
had
that.
a lot of samples.
On this song had a few.
Not on this album, they take little.
No, but this song right
Exactly,
here,
snippets.
this song right here alone had at least, I believe, 3 different popular songs sampled into this track right here. Let's get it.
Verse 2 from Buckshot. Some pack a Mac. I choose to pack a black 22. My waistline bucking your whole crew. I step through and represent Black Moon. First, before I kick a verse, I puff a bag of boom. Lyrically, I freak your funk you never heard. My shit is so fly, when I kick it, it's absurd. Damn, how I wrecked your life with one record. Made your crew break up and your girl get naked. Represented because I work hard for my cash. Shaking more flavor than Mrs. Dash. Look out below, my flow will hit your brain.
Is that Mrs. Dash? Is he taking that from the seasoning, Mrs. Dash?
Yeah, yo.
I think so.
Got more, Mr. Dash pack a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
No sauce.
That's an ill metaphor. I like that. All right, go ahead.
Got more flavors than Mrs. Dash. Look out below, my flow will hit your brain. I got dough, but I still hop the train. I'm busting niggas open, Attica style.
Yeah, well, wait, hold on. Why is it though, O? People that got money, you know you got money, right? Why do people that know they have money in their pocket, why do they still hop the train turnstile?
Frugalness?
What's the word? What? Say what again?
Frugalness.
Frugalness? What's the
Like,
meaning of frugalness?
To be cheap. Kind of like to save money any way you can.
Yo, let's get into it, man. This is track number 1. This is Powerful Impact from them boys right here. Let's go.
Some pack a Mac, I choose to pack a black 22. By my waistline, bucking your whole crew. I step through and represent Black Moon. First, before I kick the verse, to puff a bag of boom. Lyrically, I freak the funk you never heard. My shit is so fly when I kick it, it's absurd. Damn, how I wrecked your life with one record. Made your crew break it, and your girl get naked. Respect it because I worked hard for my cash. Taking more flavor than Mrs. Dash. Look out below, my flow will hit your brain. I got dough, but I still hop the train. I'm busting niggas open, Attica style. Yo, straight to the juggler. Brother, you're mad foul. Give me that because I rock with the best. Yo, peace to the hardcore niggas. Fuck the rest.
Ooh, yeah. That's Powerful Impact, man. Again, that song has that ill sample from that Busta Rhymes track from the Leaders of the New School scenario track. So, yo, track number 2, we're going to move into Jiggers Talk Shit, and this is produced by Evil Genius. So Evil Genius did most of the tracks on the album, right? Because he was the DJ, right?
He was the DJ and the producer.
Okay. And that, a lot of...
Why you keep saying Evil Genius?
DJ
Evil Dee. My bad.
Yeah.
Because Evil Genius was like that. Remember when he when they were
That's
doing
his
those
intro.
mixes?
That's
The
his-
Evil
that was his intro.
Genius.
Okay.
DJ Evil Dee.
All right, let's move on, man. Let's go to track number 3. One of my favorite tracks of the album, which was also had a video on it too, right? Who Got the Props?
Yep.
That video is ill too. Go
First
check out that.
single off the album.
So this is Who Got the Props, and this was the lead single. Hey, Salon. All right, you doing your pre-work, huh?
Trying.
All
Work
right.
my ass.
Let's get a verse off of this,
Pause.
What up, bo. Suckers wanna flow, but they got no show.
Woo!
So I'ma grab the mic, flip a script and leave you stunned. Buckshot's the one
That gets the job done.
Mic check, I get paid to wreck your set. Get ready and jet, cause I'm a threat to your fret. No holds barred and complete move fakers. Best to play the back and watch your girl, I might take her. If she's a crab, I'ma diss her then slide. If she try to riff, I got my Smith on my side.
Woo!
Word to God, here I come. So make way, rugged and raw, killing your set every day. Microphone check,
1 2
here
1
we
2.
go.
Woo!
And I'ma let you know who
got
got
the
the flow.
flow.
Spitting my verbs like an automatic weapon. Suckers keep stepping, cause I'm letting you know.
Who got the props? Who got the props? Pop MC, Evil Dee, and Buckshot. Yo, let's get it, man. Black Moon. Who got the props, yo?
Put up, what up, bo. Suckers wanna flow, but they got no show. So I'ma grab the mic, flip a script, believe it's done. Buckshot's the one that gets the job done. Mic check, I get paid to wreck your set. Get ready and check, cause I'm a threat to your fret. No host bar, incomplete move fakers. Best to play the back and watch a girl, I might take her. If she's a crab, I'ma diss her then slide. If she try to rip, I got my Smith on my side. Word to God, here I come to make way. Rugged and rock, killing your set every day. Microphone check, 1 2, here we go. And I'ma let you know who got the flow. Spitting my verbs like an automatic weapon. Suckers keep stepping, cause I'ma let you know.
Yo, you hear that cut slide? You hear the...
Yo, you ever been to a DJ Evil Dee party?
Nah.
Yo,
never
man.
been. No.
Yeah, B.
Alright.
One Saturday night, I left
Yeah,
work.
this
Yo,
is good.
on a humble, I went to go drop somebody to the bus station in Canal Street. Me and my cousin was like, hey, wanna go drink a beer real quick? I'm in my work clothes. I'm talking about dingy Home Depot gear. Like, yo, walked up in Joe's Pub.
Oh, Joe's Pub.
In Joe's Pub. Yo,
Joe's Pub, Manhattan.
just so happened, you paid $5 in my work clothes. Yo, it was the illest. He did everything. He went from hip hop to reggae, back to the hip hop. He was cutting, he was blending, he was doing his thing.
Yo, talking about DJs. Shout out to my boy Shaka Sean.
That in the crate.
Yeah, man, you
be
going to
holding out,
big
man.
shows out there.
Man, he didn't say that before production about it. We was asking him if he had anything, nigga, like, nah, but he got stories like
if y'all
this.
ever
That's
get a
crazy.
chance to hear the DJ Evil Dee party, the 30 and above crowd, y'all gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Shaka Sean,
sitting
DJ out there,
around.
man. Let's get it. Let's move on. Track number 4, Act Like You Want It. And this is produced by the Beat Miners. And there was something I wanted to talk about this track. Sorry, when you first heard this album, right? How did you first get the album? Did you ever buy the physical?
No, it was more. I was listening to more the singles. You know, like
So you never bought this cassette tape or this
Nope.
album? Wow.
what?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean,
It came out in 1992. Boy, it was like, what? And
No, I mean, but sometimes 5,
Like,
10
oh,
years
oh,
later,
yeah, okay,
when
I
you
got
catch
you.
up on it, you might want to go back and double back and get it.
It was past my time of buying that album. I ain't stopped buying albums till I was like, never. Bootlegging.
he was taking stuff off of Napster, LimeWire, whatever internet shit you could steal from.
I was the evil downloader.
There you go.
FBI.
Nobody's
I hope
getting
the
it.
Nah, you know what
FBI
though?
get it.
You know what though? New York was notorious for bootlegging, man.
What?
Not just New York, everywhere.
Well, I live in New York. You go down Jamaica Ave. You had bootleggers on every
What?
corner with
What
CDs,
you want?
You
bootleggers
sent me the
every
link
CD.
with Tupac walking through Harlem and
Yo,
the
Tupac
he's like,
didn't
yo,
play
that's
that.
that's my CD. Yo,
You take
take
him-
that
you
shit
take his foot
off,
off my
or
table.
give me money right now.
That's how it was back in the
What?
days.
What
Bootleggers.
you talking about?
Them rappers hated bootleggers. Who started the bootleg at your leg broke campaign? Who started that?
Bootleg of what?
Bootleg get your leg broke. There was a
Oh,
sticker that
I
started
remember
that
that.
campaign back in the
Oh,
days.
You
man.
can't stop it, man. Listen, at the end of the day, once it's out, it's out. If your shit fire is getting bootlegged. They bootlegged the shit out of Illmatic when it came out. Like this shit was already bootlegged
Fuck up the
everywhere.
They
numbers.
got one. If I
It
could
definitely
get
fucked up the numbers, son. But at the same time, it still got the
the
music
art
out.
still out there.
And Nas said that himself. He said even though it's bootlegged, he's just glad that people got it out there. You know what I'm saying?
my art is out.
Yeah.
Like one bootleg album I wish I could get my hands on is that College Dropout bootleg.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find it no more. You gotta find.
If I
You gotta
could
find
get
somebody
that
that
right
has
there.
it to get a copy. You're not
I
gonna
could
find
open
that.
up
bootleg.
Even that
iPod.
copy might not be good because it's so long ago.
Yo,
Alright, what we
All right, let's
That was a
move
good
on, man.
bootleg.
Let's move on to track number 5. Another one of my favorite tracks, which is "Buck 'Em Down, Buck 'Em Down, Buck 'Em Down, Bucktown." Yo, where is Bucktown?
Brooklyn,
Okay.
home of the original gun clappers.
Home of the original gun clappers. Ooh, that's a real New York shit right
that.
there. Yo, let's get a verse off of this. Let's get a
AKA
verse off of
Coco
this.
Brothers.
Oh,
Coco
we're
Brothers.
gonna get into that in a second too. Let's get a verse off of this.
BROVAS. Brothers.
No, they have a lot of Z's in their writing on this album.
Well, yeah. Z. Verse 2, Buck 'em down, Buckshot. Niggas tell me chill when I kick it. Although my shit is wicked, it's all about the blunts and how I lick it. Pause, yo. You might wanna, like,
Extra pause on that.
Yeah,
but back
yeah.
then they wasn't pausing. It was
yeah,
what it
wasn't,
was.
but that's
What do you always say? Oh, that Styles P said it.
really
Oh, Jadakiss, who said
Jadakiss
it?
said
What
it.
Jadakiss said?
No.
Real man shouldn't have to say no homo.
Like, damn, yo, you got mad split on the blunt.
You know who
Yeah.
used to say a lot of pause and no homo?
Cameron,
Not just him, but who else?
Dame Dash.
Yeah, but who else?
Jim Jones.
Jay-Z. When he was up there, he used to say pause up at the radio station.
Yeah?
And he's
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, when you say something, he would say pause. During
Well, he ain't
that
got that from Cam.
Probably got
I
that
thought
from-
Cam started
Cam
Probably got
said
that
no
from
homo.
Dame Dash.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay,
Dame
okay,
Dash
okay.
the same. They're
Yeah,
Harlem
they Harlem
niggas.
niggas.
Pause, no homo.
No homo with that shit, boy.
He said, yo, I take that nigga out back. Yo, no homo, no. Like, what? Why would you say that, man?
All right, let's get back to
Alright,
this verse.
go,
Let's
let's
get back to this verse. Although my shit is wicked, it's all about the blunts and how I lick it, or how I shot a nigga in the mug with the slug, leaving white chalk all on a bitch black rug. You couldn't tell me other words to you couldn't tell me other words to mother. When I was 15 running around, I was the real street lover. On the corner out shooting the dice. Laying up, getting nice, talking about a heist. GQ heading up to 125. Push up to
Harlem.
Sugar looking live on the prize. I couldn't get the time of day when I was little K. Now you call me Buck, so your lips wanna puck. Fuck that bitch. I know your X amount of thoughts. But they call me Buckshot Shorty cause I take no shorts.
Ooh.
Word to the shell around my chest.
Oh, let's get into it, man. Yo, this is Black Moon. This is Buck 'em Down, yo. Let's go.
Niggas tell me chill when I kick it. Although my shit is wicked, it's all about the blunts and how I lick it. Or how I shot a nigga in the mug with the slug, leaving white chalk on a pitch black rug. You couldn't tell me other word than mother. When I was 15, running around, I was the real street lover. On the corner, out shooting the dice, laying up, getting nice, talking about a heist. GQ heading up to 125, push up on the shorty, looking live on the prize. I couldn't get the time of day when I was little K. Now you call me Buck, so your lips wanna puff. Fuck that bitch, I know your X amount of thoughts. But they call me Buckshot Shorty cause I take no shorts. Word to the shell around my chest. Big up to all of my still rule boy Ponte. So if you see a weak nigga, speak to that bastard, or I'ma hit his ass with the motherfucking plastic. Word like, I ain't bullshitting.
Yo, whoo, yo, man. Old school music had an ill vibe to it, Si. Like you can just throw on some of these CDs and just go into your cleaning mode, or you just drinking, or you just chilling and just let them albums rock, yo.
Well, I'm on YouTubing the other day, and I came across something about the sound vibrations that the megahertz that come out of the music. They changed it to they changed the megahertz output. So what we listening to now, they said it's more, it'll have your blood boiling more instead of like back then.
It soothe you?
Music, it was more soothing music.
That's
It
interesting.
was less. You would listen to it, but you wouldn't be.
You wouldn't get hype.
Uproar from it.
Oh, okay.
You would take the message and just, now it's like it got your blood boiling. Like you want to. You see what's going on in
Now the production on this album was amazing, man. Let's move on. Let's go into track number 6, which is Black Smif-N-Wessun. And something about that. Remember we was talking about the name of Smif-N-Wessun. That Smif-N-Wessun had some issues. The gun company Smif-N-Wessun had a issue with their name being Smif-N-Wessun. So I believe they had to change their name.
I think Smith or Smith.
Smif-N-Wessun. Wasn't it Smif-N-Wessun?
Yeah,
The name of the gun.
they basically told him, listen,
They had to change their name.
can't
right?
use that name. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So track number 6, Smif-N-Wessun. Track number 7 on the track, Sun Get Wreck. And while we're here, when the album came out, there was some information about the album that even though the album it had 2 singles, 2 of the singles were in the Billboard Top 100. But even though they still did really well with the singles, the album didn't sell that well. According to, but along with other albums like Enta da 36 Chambers sold really well, Illmatic sold really well, Liquid Soul sold really well, Ready to Die and Built for Cuban Links. Something that this had a lot of good singles, but it didn't translate into sales like how some of those other big name albums
dropped in the same era.
Yeah, so
could have been marketing.
How much did they sell? Didn't they sell like 400,000?
350.
I check the numbers. We'll check the numbers, but it didn't sell compared to those other big name albums around that time. It didn't, even though it had big singles. It had big singles, but the album didn't translate into big sales. But still a great album. So moving into track number 8, Make Money, and I'm always amazed by how different eras. When you look at how people name their tracks, they're like if you go back to like The Great Adventure Slick Rick had like regular names on his tracks and his words. And when you go to an album like this, like Duh, they have D.A. and Watts they have, like what they have, WATZ. It's always interesting to see how some artists come out and name their tracks and totally butcher the English language.
Yeah, but they was already on it like that anyway. If you notice, a lot of the
words.
Yeah, they would change it around. You know what does Black Moon stand for? What's the actual?
You know, I don't know what Black Moon stands for. What does it stand for?
Look it up.
Black Moon.
Black Moon. We're gonna look into that. Give you that in a second. Let's move on. Track number 9, which is Slave. We gotta get a verse off of this. This is a very good track. Some information on this track. This track was supposed to be an interlude, and the reception from the track was so good that DJ Evil Dee ended up putting it on the album as a track. So it got really good reception. So they decided to put it on the album. So give him a verse off of this side. This is actually an interlude before it got turned into a track for the song, for the album.
Let's see. I feel like I'm trapped in the motherfucking cave. To the rhythm, I'm a slave. Looking in my grave. Jugular vein busting on my neck. You see the rage? I move when I groove, cause I'm into the stage. Off the buckshot, black, I'm bringing it back. To the roots, like Timberland boots, home on my rack. And I don't give a fuck what you say. Commercial rap, get the gun clapped day after day. Niggas don't play on the D-Lo. Kid, you know my stilo. I roll on more niggas than CeeLo. We might just be bum rush. We might just bum rush your set. Me and my niggas on the real mic check. Like my nigga Smith getting swift with the gift. Like my nigga Smith getting swift on the gift. Then I toss another lesson to my nigga Wessun. And my nigga Fire from the tribe of Moon. Past the crooked eye. Bitch, you pass the boom. Whenever you're ready, I'ma take you to the stage. Deep in the mind of a slave.
That's an ill track too, man. Yo, let's move on. Track number 10, I Got You Open, another one of my favorite tracks off of it. But we ain't gonna play this track. But if y'all get a chance, go and check out the video. The video for this track is amazing. Sal, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I just gave you a bunch of albums, right? I named Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, Illmatic, Liquid Swords, Ready to Die, Cuban Links, right? If you had to gauge this album in that sequence of albums there, where do you think it will land? Out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums, and this is number 6 right here, right? Out of the 6 albums, where do you put that album?
Said Enter
In
the
1 to
Wu.
6. Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, Illmatic, Liquid Swords, Ready to Die, Only Built for Cuban Link. Where does this land?
Either 5 or 6.
Woo!
And
You didn't even hesitate.
And honestly,
Because it's like,
this album was the first album. It came out in '92.
yeah, this came
Enter
out.
the Wu-Tang, that was the first album.
No.
Illmatic was
I meant
Oh, you mean
this
before
came out,
them?
right.
Came before
Okay, okay,
the
okay,
rest.
2
okay.
years before
Mhm.
Wu-Tang or Nas. It came out in '92. Those came out in '94 and after.
Well,
Yeah.
the singles dropped in '92. The full
What single?
album, the Who Got the Props,
Album came out in 93.
the album came out in '93, October of '93.
Okay.
But it did come out before the rest of them, though.
Right.
So you put it.
Or they
you put it-
started
you put it-
showing more.
You put it 5, 6, or 6?
5 or 6. I mean, that's a tough group of.
yeah,
albums,
that's it.
honestly.
Like that's you stack.
Where do you
up
jump-
against-
where do you drop it,
you're
son?
scooping the top of the top right there, bro.
It's like you got all
There's
the
no
goodness.
room. It's
There's-
just-
yeah, like where would you fit that in?
Go
Like,
ahead. Where would you put it?
Shit. The only place I could probably put it is fighting with Cuban, only built for Cuban Link.
Wait,
maybe.
hold on. Buckshot Shorty was
He's still an
he was an LMC.
That's what I said.
So you saying only built for Cuban Link, which is Raekwon. You downplayed Raekwon a lot in the past.
Yeah,
All right,
I did.
Biggie, Nas.
No.
So you saying Buckshot Shorty can't even jostle with them?
Where would you have it out of that?
This album?
Let's
move on.
Exactly.
Let's move on.
Let's
to
move-
the
Let's
next
move on.
track.
Get the fuck
Let's-
out of here.
It's a hard debate, but in all of them,
Nah, I
it's
want to
like,
hear what
yo,
he's gonna say since he's coming at you.
I'm asking
Like,
y'all,
what
man.
he gonna say?
Yo, let's move on. Track number 11, which is Shit Is Real, and Oh, you had the acronym. You were checking the acronym for.
Oh, I wasn't checking the acronym.
I thought you said you were gonna check the acronym for us.
Oh, you want me to tell you?
What is the meaning of Black Moon? There's a
Brothers who lyrically
act and combine.
Yeah, act and combine on
kicking music
nations or some shit.
out on. Brothers who lyrically act and combine kicking music out on nations.
It's a long ass acronym.
That's tough.
Bro.
That's tough.
How did they come up with that?
That's tough. So while we're here,
boom.
before we go into track number 12, we're going to go into some singles. There were 4 singles on the album side. Can you name them?
Who got the props?
Who got the props? Is one.
Home of no, what's that one?
How many MCs?
How many MCs is 2? Oh, also
got
on
the
point.
props?
That's 2 so far.
Who got the props?
How many MCs?
Act like you want it.
I'm gonna give you all one. I got you open. It's 3. There's one more.
Buck 'em down.
Buck 'em down is 4. Whoa!
I just got to read the names. To
Sigh. So yo, there were 4 singles on the album. Single number 1, Who Got the Props? Single number 2, How Many MCs? Single number 3, I Got You Open. Single number 4, Buck 'em Down. So yeah, let's move into the second to last track, which is Enter the
Wait.
Stage.
Act like you want it was a single 2. Who
No.
got your props? How many MCs? Act like you want it. Buck 'em down.
When was
Open.
I Like You Want It released as a single?
It says it right there. It says act like you want it. So it's 5.
There's 5 singles.
Okay, so 5. All right.
Yeah.
I want to see 4 on my list here. All right, so 5. All right, let's go with it. So
hit the update button.
So, we were talking about beats. We were talking about beats from that last album, right? Production-wise.
From
You highly praised Slick Rick's, The Adventures of Slick
Yes.
Rick's
over
production.
over NWA, yes.
Over NWA, yeah. This production from this year did a lot of samplings from different songs and different tracks. Do you think this album's production has held up?
I mean, it has a certain sound to it that kind of,
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Fits the era.
yeah, it kind of takes me back to that time. Like, it definitely sounds like a early 90s East Coast, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn / Jamaican posse or Jamaican American posse. Like, it has that, like you said, fits that era. It's not like that. It's not really like I can feel like these beats you can now. I mean, depending on who's rhyming over them, like you can really put them out today, and you know what I'm saying. They sound like that type of era beats. So
do you think you could listen to this full album without skipping? Well, I mean, listen, get a full listen to it without having to skip too many tracks.
yeah, I mean, the album's good. You know, they got lyrics, but once again, they're not really talking about nothing. And when I say that, people be like, "What do you mean?" But they're not. It's nothing.
Yeah, I don't like when you say that.
No, but it's just
because you make it seem like if all MCs should be talking about conscious
well,
stuff.
not really, but I feel like there's nothing deep. There's no thought provoking lyrics. It's just
They're talking
stuff.
about their day-to-day life
I
and
know,
things that's
but
going on in
that's
their
as
life.
far as-
Why that gotta be
but-
thought-provoking?
But that's what I'm saying. That's as far as their reach goes.
Some people like
Whereas,
Nas is
exactly, like some
thought-provoking.
people with like Black Thought
they put
or
out a
Nas
message.
or whatever have me thinking beyond what I'm, you know what I'm saying, and what I'm hearing.
I just don't like when you use that term. You're not talking about nothing. It doesn't make sense. They're talking about something because they're talking about what's going on in
their present day-to-day lives.
Right, which is
It's like I'm just.
Why is that
telling
not
you-
thought-provoking?
No.
Some people might be living a life that knows nothing about how that person's living
all
their
I
life.
said was
It's
the
just
lyrics wasn't that deep. My nigga.
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't like
I'm
when you
telling
use
you
the
that.
phrase they're not talking about
They
nothing.
talk about
All
something.
music is talking about
They
something.
talk about something.
They talk about something, but they ain't really talking about nothing. If you know what I mean.
Yo, listen.
No disrespect. yo.
You are disrespecting
It was
them.
like-
Nah.
You're saying that they're not talking about nothing. You
Alright,
are
If you
disrespecting
read the
them.
lyrics to these shits, then you know what I'm talking about.
He's just stating.
He's
his
like, yo,
day-to-day.
hold on, not the this. Put up, what up, bo. Suckers want to flow, but they got no show.
Oh, it's okay. Hold on. Wait right there. Wait right there. Put up. It's like, yo, po. Suckers wanna. He's telling you that, yo, some people be talking all this trash, but they don't got it. Why does it have to be intricately deep?
But there's nothing there. It's not made me think. Like,
He's just stating,
Alright, so I'm gonna give you a good example. On this track called Renegade, it's Eminem and Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z lyrics, He tried, but he ain't come.
That
like
is not true.
Eminem came with some shit that.
Can you say the Eminem verse right now without thinking about it?
Yo, this shit is so. How you started? It's so
I
complicated.
can tell you the J verse
That
line by
shit's
line.
simple,
It's
though.
not simple.
He's like the guy in the corner store.
No, he
with the
said,
hoodie
no, he
on.
said, by the bodega, I ain't under my coat feeling braver.
It's
Do
nothing-
right, wrapping my waves up,
nothing that
pockets
makes
full
you-
of hope.
It doesn't make you really. But
It
Eminem
does.
was like,
It was just we went through
Eminem
this.
was
It's just
like-
a mundane,
wait, what Eminem say? He said,
regular.
See, you don't remember.
"You want to go to war with the." He was like, "Yo, his shit's so."
By the bodega, I ain't
Oh,
under my
please.
coat feeling braver. Do rag, wrapping my waves up, pockets is full of hope. Do not step to me up awkward, a box left ear,
There's
off from my
nothing
pops left
complicated
me.
about that. There's nothing deep.
Off
about
from my
it. That's
mama
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
home. Couldn't
But there's
mention me,
nothing
I
deep
wasn't
about it.
grown. Especially
He
at
said-
nights when I brought something
he
home
said-
to quiet the stomach rumblings. My
I'm a
demeanor,
yo,
30 years my
Motherfuckers
senior.
say that I'm foolish.
You didn't even
I
know
only
the
talk
rhyme.
about jewels. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through
Who,
it?
where you got the line from?
That's Jay-Z
That's
shit.
Jay-Z shit.
Okay.
You
That's
say
it.
he didn't even know the right thing.
You don't know the words.
He's like, yo, I'm just saying, Eminem shit was just crazy. And these
Listen,
bars,
Eminem
they're
comes
bars,
in.
but they're not nothing to make.
That was the Jay-Z.
I don't-
Eminem
I don't
comes in.
agree with you
Since I'm
when
in
you
a
say that.
position to talk to these kids,
they
they listen. I ain't a politician,
but
and I kick it with them a minute.
Yo, Eminem went off, man. You can't front on it. I'm just
I
saying.
just don't like when you use that line.
Some
that's all.
lyrics
See, they
are
call
better
me
than
a
others.
menace, and
Let's move on, man. Let's move into track number 13. You gotta read the round. You didn't even remember the round. That's tell you how strong the round was when you don't remember the bar.
That's how complicated.
No, it's
the
not.
rhyme is,
No, it's
because
not. If you don't remember the bar didn't have
let
an
me tell
impact
you, if
on
it's
you.
Simple, of course you gonna remember this.
Like I would say,
you can't. Who gonna? not
Can we move
remember
on to the
Simple?
show? Can we finish up the show here, guys?
sorry.
I just don't like that line when you use that line.
Don't get into it with me. Then I have to explain to the people.
I don't like when you
I
use that
gotta use
line.
Jay-Z as an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, track number 13, yo. How many MCs? How many MCs? And to really, this is a perfect timing to how the Lord works. Oh, this track, Buckshot is talking about why the NMCs don't get props. Give us the verse on that track there, Si. Who's
I'll
in
give
this?
it to you.
Give it to you.
I'm taking you back. Come follow me on a journey to see for a real MC.
Mm-hmm.
The mind tricks the body thinks the mind is crazy, but never sleazy. Never sleazy.
Ah.
I get the flow, I'm Swayze. I break, you take whatever type of shit the nigga Buckshot makes. The incredible, lyrical, original. You can kill it, bull, if you want to take a pull. Whatever I see, attack, tack. Fuck up my back, black. Nigga, fuck that. The devil lurks and my heart irks for the hell. Look into the eyes of a nigga who fell. I hit my head on the concrete to beat the feet. Another dead nigga in the street. Bullseye, direct hit, don't miss. But how many MCs
Must get dissed. Listen, man. Listen, maybe I'll take back your word what you said about that last track or saying about this album, but it's not talking about nothing, man. Let's get into this, man. Yo, this is track number 13. This is Black Moon. This is how many old books must get dissed, yo.
I'm taking it back, come follow me on a journey to see a for real MC. The mind tricks the body thinks the mind is crazy. Whatever's lazy, when I get the flow, I'm Swayze. I'll break, you take whatever type of shit the nigga Buckshot make. The incredible, lyrical, and original. You the killable if you wanna take a pull. Whatever I see, I attack, tack. Fuck off my back, black nigga, fuck that. The devil lurks and my heart irks for the hell. Look into the eyes of a nigga who fell. I hit my head on the concrete to beat the feet. Another dead nigga in the street. Bullseye, direct hit, don't miss. But how many MCs must get this?
How many MCs must get dissed?
all of them.
Yo, we're gonna move into the final track on the album, which is You Are the Man. But before we get to You Are the Man, we're gonna do some ratings.
All right.
Ready for ratings, side? Ready for ratings, oh?
Ready for ratings?
Let's get into ratings, yo. So we got
ratings.
All Music gave it 4.5 stars out of 5 stars.
Ooh.
Rolling Stones gave it 3
3
stars
stars.
out of 5 stars.
They give everybody 3 stars. It seems like.
Vibe Magazine gave it a favorable.
What the fuck?
Favorable.
The Village Voice gave it a mixed review. Washington City Paper gave it a favorable. And the Source Magazine. Oh, what the Source gave it?
Out of mics?
Yeah.
No, out of stars. 5.
Oh, I thought they did mics.
The Sauce was Mike.
I don't think they moved to the mics yet.
I'm gonna say they gave it 4 stars.
4 to 5. Sai.
Yeah, I'm going with the same thing. I
Four?
mean, you know what? They probably gave it 5.
Source Magazine gave it 4 stars out of 5 stars. Wow. And before we finish up, we're going to go into some peak positions. Peak positions on the album. When the album was released,
Oh, winner.
when the album was released, the U.S. Top Heat Seekers, it topped off at number 7. And the U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop and Albums, it topped at 33.
33?
33.
That's it?
I'm like, as much as they were out there.
But then again, it's 92. Hip hop ain't really take off. It was still coming out that, you know what I'm saying? That age of the, like, you know, the 80s. So it makes sense. Once, you know what? They set it off, though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think
open
about
that door for that rugged.
They set it off. And Grand Poobah set it off, too. You gotta
Grand
make sure.
Poobah. Yo, shout out to Grand Poobah. What's Grand Poobah doing now?
I don't know.
Ooh,
sells
shout out to
used
Grand
cars in
Poobah,
the
boy.
Bronx.
Damn, yo. That's it. End of the album. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take the album, give it our reviews, and we're going to see if it's going to make it up on Fight Club. Let's see what happens, yo. Back at you in about a few seconds. Bow. We back. This is Rating of the Barz. Boom. Now, let's take a look at Fight Club.
Once again, Hell on Earth, Mobb Deep, Flesh of My Flesh, DMX. Number 3 is It Was Written, Nas.
QB.
The Great Adventures of Slick Rick, number 2.
Lordy dog.
And number 1 is that boy
Calabasas Kanye.
So, Black Moon did not make it on to Fight Club.
It's a tough list, man. It's just gonna get harder. Honestly, for you to make it on a Fight Club right now, basically each person would have to give you a 4.5 out of 5.
While we're on voting, what did you give the album?
I gave it a strong 4.
Give it a strong
Why you give it a
4.
4.5?
Bless you. Strong
Thank
4.
you.
4 is a good number. 4 is a good number. Why you hovering on 4? Was this album groundbreaking to you when you hear it?
I mean, I didn't hear it when it came out. I heard the singles,
Okay.
but hearing it, I could tell it's original.
Okay.
They had at the time a lot of those East Coast beats, those grimy, gritty Brooklyn sound,
New York sounding
sounded like a Jamaican nigga
down in the basement
smoking
somewhere.
smoking, ganja with the Rastas. They
Mad
don't.
regulars.
Can I talk? I don't need the ad-libs. Now, let me just talk my part and then you come in after.
Like Styles P over here.
Yeah, like so I like the album. It was a 4, strong 4, and
What that 1 point? What took away that 1 point from the 5?
if anything, it's like I said, to me the lyrics wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't that thought provoking. They didn't, you know what I'm saying, make my mind wonder. You could read them, you hear them. They're pretty, simple.
Mundane beats. Mundane.
Yeah, regular life on the corner chilling. Yeah, I jumped the tree. Yeah, cool, no doubt. But it ain't really taking me where it needs to go as far as that.
Sai, what do you give the album?
3.5.
3.5.
Worse, but hold on. Before we say that, this is the album he picked.
This is his favorite album.
No, wait. He
Whoa,
never
whoa.
said that.
This is one of his choices.
We select
It's good
certain
music.
albums
It's
for
good
the
music.
week, and we pick from them. Hey, this is the one he picked.
3.5.
Yeah.
Explain.
Like he was saying, it's mundane rhymes, but it brings you back to 93 New York. I remember, being young, coming from where I came from and seeing Brooklyn for the first time, like, this
Whole
is
different
New
world.
York. Yeah, totally different world. So this right here, I mean, I never bought the album, but you hear
Not to cut you off. That's one thing I like about New York. You can go from borough to borough and see a whole different lifestyle.
in every
You
borough.
go to Bronx, you go to Manhattan, you go to Brooklyn, you go to Queens. You can see a whole different lifestyle.
But very
Moving from-
different, but yet very similar at the same time.
Go ahead, Si.
From borough to borough. So I mean, the music, the words in it, it wasn't nothing like you said, thought provoking. It was just they were just giving you their everyday life. In every rhyme, it was just an everyday life. it had this little bit of, you could say a little battleness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, like, you know, come test me. A lot of come test me in this.
I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty groundbreaking album. I think it's an album that you really should have
It's a dog
in your catalog. It was the birth of what's his name again? Buckshot Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
His even though it was him and Fifth, what's his name? Fifth.
5 feet.
5 feet. Even though they both were on the album spitting lyrics, I think Buckshot had most of the heavy lifting on the album. Lyrically, really good lyrics. Production, I like the production, but I don't think it was as versatile as it could have been. They took a lot of samples from different songs, which made the songs sound really good when you hear it, and you know where that other song came from. It made it very interesting, but it needed a little bit more diversity in the album.
Something to take you off the block.
But some heavy hitting tracks. Track number 2, Who Got the Props? Go check that track out. Buck 'Em Down. You haven't heard that? Go check that out. Slave. Check out Slave. I Got You Open. How Many? So it had a lot of heavy tracks, but my one point is because of it needed a little bit of diversity to the album, and some of the tracks wasn't as strong as some of the tracks. So I gave it a 4. I love the album. I'll definitely bump it here on out. So we're gonna move into the final segment of the show, which is Barz of the Titans. And what are we going with this week?
We're going out to Detroit.
Detroit. What?
To 8 Mile.
8 Mile Road. I've been.
Yo, why are we going to Detroit? Rest in peace to what's that guy's name from D12? What's his name? Proof. Rest in peace, Proof, man.
He ain't want to stay out the hood.
Nah, but I think with Proof around, I don't know where Eminem's career would have gone, man. Like sometimes when you lose someone close to you, it affects you in certain ways. And Proof wasn't the most crazy lyrical person, but he had a good it looked like he had a good energy, man. Like whenever I see him on stage with
the best hype man Eminem.
Yeah, he had real good energy, man. So rest in peace, Proof,
hey, while we on the rest in peace to Stan Lee. All right.
Rest in peace, Stan Lee. Oh man,
Spider-Man, Marvel, everything you could think.
I gotta go to my thousands of comic books now and try to get some of them off, man. Damn, I never got none of them signed by Stan Lee.
He wasn't trying to. Anyway,
you acting like you was in his presence ever.
Yeah, like you hung out.
Sometimes he goes to Comic-Con and different shows.
He go to Comic-Con?
That's what I'm saying. I never got none signed. I could have gone down and get some signed. So, what we doing there,
No, I got his intern.
We're gonna go 8 miles, patiently waiting off of 50 Cent's album, Get Rich or Die Trying, Eminem's verse.
All right, let's get it. Before we go into that, you got any outro? What you gotta tell the people before we get up out of here?
Yes, sometimes passing on information necessary to other people at the last minute can be hazardous to people's health.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very hazardous.
Sorry, what you got for the people this week?
I didn't use yours, so hey, you can use Styles P now.
Shout out to Styles P too, man. You working hard out there, boy.
Yo, for real, man.
As P, you always do.
You working hard out there. We see you. Down Bag, G Host,
Beloved.
the Beloved. Oh,
him and yo.
What you got for them, Si? What you got for them?
What's the I say? Some of us, we lay down together, but we dream alone. That's for the couples out there. It's like nowadays, a relationship is not what it was. It's just to help pay the bills, it look like.
I like that, man. Styles. I like that.
Look
I like
for
that
the one to dream with you, not to dream apart.
All right. Oh, let's get it.
Yeah. They think they're crazy, but they ain't crazy. Let's face it. Shit, basically, they're just playing sick. They ain't shit.
Spraying 50.
They ain't saying shit. Spraying 50.
Eight to the can in the way I bring draining with me.
And turn this into fucking mayhem.
You saying it with me?
Don't let me lose it. I'm not trying to confuse you when I let loose with this Uzi.
I put you to your Suzu.
You get the message, am I
Getting through to you?
You know what's coming, you motherfuckers don't even know, do you? You take some
Big and some Pac and you mix it up in the pot. Sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck do you got?
You got the realest of realists cause it's tied up in a knot.
The juggernaut of this rap shit, like it or not.
It's like a fight to the top to see who died for the spot. You put your life in this. Ain't nothing like surviving a shot.
Ooh.
Y'all know what time it is. Soon as 50
Sounds on this dot.
Shit, what you know about death threats?
Cause I get a lot.
Shady Records was 80 seconds
We're
away
hitting
from
the towers.
Some cowards fuck with the wrong building.
They're meant to hit ours.
Better evacuate all children. It's nuclear showers. There's nothing spookier. You know about to witness the power.
Well, fucking 50. Yo, this is Barz and the Titans. This is 50 Cent's album, Get Rich or Die Trying. This is Eminem's verse, Patiently Waiting. Old Bugs is up out of here. Side of Guns up out of here. Onslaught Trees up out of here. We gonna see y'all next week, y'all.
16 Barz is up out.
Thinking I'ma fucking fall off, you're so wrong. You been patiently waiting to make it through all the hating, debating whether or not you can even weather the storm. When you lay on the table, they operating to save you. It's like an angel came to you, sent from the heavens above.
They think they're crazy, but they ain't crazy. Let's face it, shit. Basically, they just playing sick. They ain't shit. They ain't saying shit. Spraying 50 A to the K, get in the way. I bring drain them with me and turn this day into fucking mayhem. You staying with me? Don't let me lose you. I'm not trying to confuse you. When I let loose with this Uzi and just shoot through your Isuzu. You get the message, am I getting through to you? You know it's coming, you motherfuckers don't even know, do you? Take some Big and some Pac and you mix them up in a pot. Sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck do you got? You got the realest and illest killers tied up in a knot. The juggernauts of this rap shit, like it or not. It's like the fight to the top just to see who died for the spot. You put your life in this, nothing like surviving a shot. Y'all know what time it is, soon as 50 signs on this dot. Shit, what you know about death threats, cause I get a lot. Shady Records was 80 seconds away from the towers. Them cowards fuck with the wrong building, they meant to hit ours. Better evacuate all children. Nuclear showers, there's nothing spookier. You're now about to witness the power of fucking 50.
Patiently waiting for a track to explode on you. It's done if you want it.